Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into one of Shakespeare's famous poems, Sonnet 116. This poem is all about what real love means and why it's so powerful. Shakespeare tells us that true love doesn't change when things get tough and it doesn't fade over time. Instead, it's strong, steady, and lasts forever. If you have ever wondered what makes love so special or why people still read Shakespeare after all these years, you are in the right place. I'm going to break down the poem in the way that's really easy for you to understand and show you how its message still matters today. So stick around and let's explore the magic of Sonnet 116 together. Welcome to Nilanjana's exclusive English lessons. If you have found this video helpful, please share it with your classmates, your friends, so that many people can take benefit of this video. And thank you for supporting the channel. Let's begin. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. So, what does he say? That let me not to the marriage of true minds. Marriage of true minds refers to the union of the soul. So, the speaker or the poet over here tells that he doesn't want to be an obstacle to the union of two souls. Marriage over here refers to the union of two souls, souls which are, deeply connected to each other. So let me not, I don't want to be an obstacle to the marriage of true minds and admit impediments. Impediments refers to obstacles, something that comes between lovers. So therefore, I don't want to be an obstacle. I don't want to come in between the union of two souls which are deeply connected. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds or bends with the remover to remove. So love is not love. That means true love, you can call something true love when it never changes. Maybe there is a situation which comes up, which crops up. Maybe there's a hardship, there's a difficulty, maybe there's a change of circumstances. Maybe the circumstances may change, the situation may change, but your love should not change. Your love should be constant for a person, right? You should not leave that person and go away just because maybe that person is going through some difficulty, or maybe there is an obstacle in that person's life. So your love should always be constant and it will never change circumstances. Okay. Which alters means which changes when it alteration finds. So true love does not change when circumstances change or bends with the remover to remove. Now here, who is the remover? The remover over here refers to anything that can be as an obstacle. It could be with the passage of time, or maybe distance, or any hardship that comes in between two lovers. So, or bends, that means love should never change when the remover to remove. So, even if there is a hardship, even if there is a change of situation, maybe, there is with time things change, but then here it should not change. Any force that tries to, break the love apart, love should never change with that. It should always remain constant. Hope you understood what is the remover. Remover over here refers to any outside forces. It could be distance, it could be time. Or, oh no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. So, oh no, it's an ever fixed mark. That means it's constant. Ever fixed mark refers to a thing which is constant and it never changes its position. A fixed position, a fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. Okay. Now imagine in the sea when there is a ship that is sailing in the ocean and the ship faces a terrible storm. Okay. So love is like a lighthouse. If you know what's a lighthouse, right? A lighthouse is something that shows the way to the ships in the middle of an ocean. So love is like a lighthouse. It's like an ever fixed mark that looks on tempest. Even though, it may face terrible storm. Maybe there is a violent storm, but it is never shaken. It never trembles, it never shakes, it never changes its position. Nobody can move it. So there's a comparison over here in this paragraph. There is a comparison of love with a lighthouse that never changes its position. A lighthouse is something that always remains fixed to its place, even though there's a terrible storm or tempest, but it never moves from its position. So similarly, true love is also something like that. Okay. So in the face of adversity. Adversity means like whenever there is a hardship, whenever there's a any kind of obstacle, it is always constant. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose words unknown, although his height be taken. Now it's a star. It's a star over here again. It refers to the northern star. Those who have done Julius Caesar in your ninth and tenth, if you remember, Shakespeare is very fond of this pole star, northern star. Every time he talks about it. So here also he tells that it is the star to every wandering bark. Wandering bark refers to the ship which is lost in the middle of an ocean. So what happens? How do the ships find their way back? In the olden days, with the help of the star. Right. So the northern star actually shows, just because it never changes its position, it is true fixed, it's fixed to its place and it is constant. So the ships often understand by looking at the star that they are going in the northern direction. Right. So this is the northern direction and this is the, the other direction. So that helps them to locate the direction. So it is the star to every wandering bark, whose words unknown. So you cannot measure the worth of love. Why? Because it is something which is immensely precious. It's difficult to measure something's worth like love. So it's whose worth's unknown. So sailors can measure the star's height, but the sailor's star's height refers to the height, like the location where the how far the star is located. Sailors can measure that, although his height be taken, but whose worth's unknown. But the true value of that is beyond anybody's comprehension. Though the sailors, if you're talking about the star, the sailors can measure the height, like understand the location, they will take the guidance, but the worth of that thing is beyond anybody's understanding. So love is also something like that. Love loves not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. So loves not time's fool. Now time, what is time? Time is believed to be a great deceiver. Time is not constant, time is not loyal to anybody. Why? Because everything changes with time. There are certain things which are never permanent, like for example beauty. Right, beauty will fade away one day. Beauty, um, every person will age, right? Aging is inevitable. So love is not time's fool. Like time can take away everything. Time will take away your beauty, time will take your age, but time cannot take away your love. Like time does not have any control over love. Time can have a control over other things, but it cannot have a control over love. So rosy lips means obviously he's describing a lady who's very beautiful, having lips which are like red and red like rose and beautiful cheeks. So obviously this is not going to stay forever, right? Somebody's beauty will definitely wither, it will fade. So rosy lips and cheeks will also fade one day, and it will all come within his bending sickle's compass come. So, what is a sickle, right? So, within his bending sickle's compass come means everything comes under the control of time's sickle. Time is believed to have a sickle, and time can cut away everything. But one thing time cannot control is love, because true love is deeper and it is not dependent on the way how a person looks. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. Again, he repeats the same thing. Brief hours and weeks. Brief hours and weeks refers to time. Like hours and weeks, they will keep on moving. Time doesn't remain static, right? It is never constant. So it will keep on changing. It will keep on moving ahead. But love alters not. Love doesn't change with the passage of time, but bears it. Bears it means, but it endures, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. Is believed to be the last day of the earth. It is believed again. I mean, there is a belief, Christian belief, that there is something called a doomsday, the judgment day. And that is the last day on this earth when people would be judged on their actions, right? So, like somebody who has been doing good things will go to heaven, somebody who has been doing evil things will go to hell. So, that's the last day. That's the day when the earth will come to an end. So, love will continue to endure everything to the edge of doom. So basically, till the last day, as long as the earth will be there, true love will also be there. So it is eternal. It is not temporary. It is permanent and it is eternal. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. So what does he say now in the last line, means the last couplet? This is the couplet, as I had said. Right. Last two lines are the couplet. So in the couplet, he's trying to say that whatever he has said, he's trying to prove that whatever I have said is true. If this be error, so whatever I have said, if this is found to be wrong, or it's something which is not true, and upon me proved that, if it can be proved that whatever I have said is wrong, then I never writ. That means I have also never written anything. Shakespeare has written so many poems, so many dramas, so many, like he is an established dramatist and poet. So if he's telling that if this is error, then I can also claim that I have not written anything. So of course we know he has written so many things. So how can he say I have not written? I never writ, nor no man ever loved. So he has never written anything if this is error, and no man has ever truly loved. So obviously, what is the claim that he's trying to do in the last line? That that's untrue, that's false. Of course, he has written, and there is true love that exists in the planet, right? So finally, this is how he claims. The last two line, he's like boldly he's claiming that whatever I have said is true. He sticks to his point. He sticks to his opinion that true love is something like this, and whatever I have said, if it is wrong, then I have never written anything, nor no man has ever truly loved.